Mahlep is not a spice you accidentally discover. It is a spice you inherit. Unlike spices that travel through conquest or trade routes, mahlep travels through families, holidays, and rituals. It is passed down, not marketed. Remembered, not reinvented. Mahlep comes from the seeds of the St. Lucie cherry, botanically known as Prunus mahleb. This tree belongs to the same family as cherries, almonds, peaches, and apricots. The spice is made by cracking open the cherry pits and grinding the inner kernel. This already sets mahlep apart. Most spices come from leaves, bark, roots, or flowers. Mahlep comes from a seed hidden inside a fruit stone. It is a flavor that exists behind another flavor. The aroma of mahlep is complex and instantly recognizable if you grew up with it. It combines notes of bitter almond, cherry, vanilla, and floral sweetness. Some describe hints of marzipan. Others notice a faint medicinal edge. This duality is essential to its character. Mahlep smells nostalgic even when encountered for the first time. Historically, mahlep has been used for thousands of years across the eastern Mediterranean, the Middle East, and parts of Central Asia. Ancient cultures valued cherry trees not just for fruit, but for symbolic meaning tied to renewal and fertility. Mahlep became associated with celebration foods, breads, pastries, and festive doughs. Rarely everyday cooking. This is important. Mahlep is not a background spice. It is ceremonial. It marks time. In Greek cuisine, mahlep is famously used in Easter bread, where its aroma signals both religious and seasonal renewal. In Turkish cuisine, it appears in korek and festive pastries. In Armenian, Levantine, and Balkan traditions, it plays similar roles. You do not sprinkle mahlep casually. You plan for it. Flavor-wise, mahlep is sweet but not sugary, bitter but not sharp, floral but not perfumed. Its power lies in restraint. Too much ruins everything, too little disappears. This makes mahlep a disciplined spice. It teaches precision. Chemically, mahlep contains coumarin-like aromatic compounds and benzaldehyde, the same compound responsible for almond aroma. This explains its marzipan-like profile. Heat transforms mahlep. Raw, it can seem sharp and medicinal. Baked, it becomes warm, rounded, and comforting. This is why mahlep belongs in ovens, not frying pans. Culinarily, mahlep is almost exclusively used in baking. Sweetbreads, cookies, cakes, and occasionally syrups. It pairs naturally with yeast doughs, dairy, nuts, sesame, orange zest, and honey. It does not pair well with savory or spicy foods. It clashes with chili, garlic, and strong herbs. Mahlep demands a calm environment. In traditional recipes, mahlep often works alongside mastic, anise, or cardamom. Together, these spices create layered aromas without overwhelming sweetness. This layering reflects regional baking philosophy. Flavor should unfold slowly, not strike immediately. Mahlep also carries cultural symbolism. Because it comes from a seed inside a stone, it is associated with hidden value, patience, and continuity. You must break something open to access it. This symbolism reinforced its role in holiday foods. Foods meant to represent continuity across generations. Agriculturally, mahlep production is limited. The St. Lucie cherry is not widely cultivated for commercial fruit. The spice relies on selective harvesting and careful processing. Each pit must be cracked, dried, and ground. This labor-intensive process contributes to mahlep's rarity and price. Freshness matters. Ground mahlep loses aroma quickly. Traditional kitchens grind it fresh or buy small quantities. Old mahlep smells dusty and bitter. Another important aspect is safety. Mahlep kernels contain trace compounds related to cyanogenic glycosides, similar to bitter almonds. In culinary quantities, they are safe. Excessive use is not. This reinforces why tradition emphasizes restraint. Nutritionally, mahlep is not consumed in quantities large enough to be a nutrient source. Its value is cultural and sensory rather than nutritional. Yet its psychological effect is powerful. Aroma triggers memory faster than taste. Mahlep scent can transport people decades back, to kitchens, holidays, and relatives. This is why mahlep survives despite globalization. Industrial food cannot replace memory. Modern chefs occasionally experiment with mahlep in ice creams, custards, and cocktails. These uses remain niche. Mahlep resists reinvention. It belongs to specific moments. The biggest mistake with mahlep is treating it like cinnamon or nutmeg. It is not interchangeable. It is not forgiving. Another mistake is using pre-ground, stale mahlep. Freshness defines quality. Mahlep is a reminder that food is not only about nutrition or innovation. It is about continuity, about flavors that refuse to disappear even when they are no longer trendy. Mahlep does not chase relevance. It waits, and when it appears, it speaks quietly but clearly.